Who the fuck is PFC William T. Santiago?
Private Santiago's a member of 2nd Platoon Bravo, sir.
Yeah. Well, apparently he's not very happy down here at Shangri-La because he's written letters to everybody but Santa Claus asking for a transfer. And now he's telling tales about a fence line shooting. Matthew?
I'm appalled, sir.
You're appalled. This kid broke the chain of command and ratted on a member of his unit, to say nothing of the fact that he is a U.S. Marine, and it would appear he can't run from here to there without collapsing from heat exhaustion. What the fuck is going on in Bravo Company, Matthew?
Colonel, I think perhaps it would be better to hold this discussion in private.
That won't be necessary, Colonel. I can handle this situation, sir.
The same way you handled the Curtis Bell incident?
Sir, my methods of leadership...
Don't interrupt me, Lieutenant! I'm still your superior officer.
And I'm yours, Matthew. I want to know what we're going to do about this.
I think Santiago should be transferred off the base immediately.
He's that bad, huh?
Not only that, but word of this letter's bound to get out. He's going to get his ass whipped.
Transfer Santiago. Yes. I'm sure you're right. I'm sure that's the thing to do. Wait, I've got a better idea. Let's transfer the whole squad off the base. Let's, on second thought, windward. Let's transfer the whole windward division off the base. John, go on out there and get those boys down off the fence. They're packing their bags. Tom?
Sir.
Get me the president on the phone. We're surrendering our position in Cuba.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute, Tom. Don't get the president just yet. Maybe we should consider this for a second. Dismiss, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, would you be very insulted if I recommended to your supervisor that he assign different counsel?
Why?
Because I don't think you're fit to handle the defense.
You don't even know me. Ordinarily, it takes someone hours to discover I'm not fit to handle a defense. Oh, come on. That was damn funny.
You're wrong. I do know you. Daniel Alistair Caffey, born June 8, 1964 at Boston Mercy Hospital. Your father's Lionel Caffey, former Navy judge, advocate, and Attorney General of the United States, died 1985. You went to Harvard Law, then you joined the Navy. Probably because that's what your father wanted you to do. And now you're just treading water for the 3 years you've got to serve in the JAG Corps, just kind of laying low till you can get out and get a real job. If that's the situation, that's fine. I won't tell anyone. But it's my feeling that if this case is handled in the same fast food, slick-ass, Persian bazaar manner with which you seem to handle everything else, then something's gonna get missed. And I wouldn't be doing my job if I allowed Dawson and Downey to spend any more time in prison than absolutely necessary because their attorney had predetermined the path of least resistance.
Now, at this point, you call Lieutenant Colonel Markinson and Lieutenant Kendrick into your office. Is that right?
Yes.
What happened then?
We agreed that for his own safety, Santiago should be transferred off the base.
Santiago was set to be transferred.
On the first available flight to the States, 0600 the next morning. 5 hours too late, as it turned out.
Yeah. All right, that's all I have. Thanks very much for your time.
The corporal's waiting outside with a Jeep for you. He'll take you back to the flight line.
Thank you, sir.
Wait a minute, I've got some questions.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Colonel, on the morning that Santiago died, did you meet with Dr. Stone between 3 and 5?
Joe.
Of course, I met with the doctor, but one of my men was dead.
See? The man was dead. Let's go.
I was just wondering if you've ever heard the term Code Red.
I've heard the term, yes.
This past February, Colonel, you received a cautionary memo from the Commander-in-Chief of the Atlantic Fleet warning that the practice of enlisted men disciplining their own wasn't to be condoned by officers.
Well, I submit to you that whoever wrote that memo has never faced the working end of a Soviet-made Cuban AK-47 assault rifle. However, the directive having come from the commander, I gave it its due attention. What is your point, Joe?
She has no point. She often has no point, sir. It's part of her charm. We're out of here. Thank you.
My point is that I think Code Red still go on down here. Do Code Red still happen on this base, Colonel?
Joe, the colonel doesn't need to answer that.
Yes, he does.
No, he really doesn't.
Yeah, he really does. Colonel.
You know, it just hit me. She outranks you, Danny.
Yes, sir.
I want to tell you something, and listen up, because I really mean this. You're the luckiest man in the world. There is nothing on this earth sexier, believe me, gentlemen, than a woman that you have to salute in the morning. Promote them all, I say, because this is true. If you haven't gotten a blowjob from a superior officer, well, you're just letting the best in life pass you by.
Colonel, the practice of code reds is still
Of
condoned
course,
by officers
my
on this
problem
base.
is
isn't it?
I'm a colonel, so I'll just have to go on taking cold showers until they elect some gal president.
I need an answer to my question, sir.
Take caution in your tone, Commander. I'm a fair guy, but this fucking heat is making me absolutely crazy. You want to ask me about code reds on the record, I tell you I discourage the practice in accordance with the commander's directive. Off the record, I tell you it is an invaluable part of close infantry training, and if it happens to go on without my knowledge, so be it. I run my unit how I run my unit. You want to investigate me, roll the dice and take your chances. I eat breakfast 300 yards from 4,000 Cubans who are trained to kill me, so don't think for 1 second that you can come down here, flash a badge, and make me nervous.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
You left the door unlocked.
You scared the shit out of me.
So just keep driving.
Are you aware you're under subpoena?
Yes, I'm also aware that the lives of 2 Marines are in your hands. If there was something I could do about that, I would, but since I can't, all I can do is help you, Lieutenant.
What do you know?
I know everything.
Was it a code red?
Yes.
Did Kendrick give the order?
Yes.
Did you witness it?
I didn't need
Did
to,
you
but-
witness it?
No.
And how do you know?
I know.
Yeah, you know shit.
He was never going to be transferred off that base. Jessup was going to keep him on the base. He said he wanted him trained.
You've got the transfer order. It's got your signature.
I know. I signed him the morning you arrived in Cuba, 5 days after Santiago died.
Sometimes men take matters into their own hands.
No, sir. You made it clear just a moment ago that your men never take matters in their own hands. Your men follow orders or people die. So Santiago shouldn't have been in any danger at all, should he have, Colonel?
You snotty little bastard.
Your Honor, I'd like to ask for a recess.
I'd like an answer to the question, Judge.
The court will wait for an answer.
If Lieutenant Kendrick gave an order that Santiago wasn't to be touched, then why did he have to be transferred? Colonel, Lieutenant Kendrick ordered the code red, didn't he? Because that's what you told Lieutenant Kendrick to do.
Object!
And when it went bad,
That'll be all,
you cut
Counsel.
these guys loose!
Your Honor!
You had
Counsel, I'll
markers
hold you
inside
in
a phony
contempt.
transfer.
Your Honor!
You doctored the logbook.
Damn it, Cappy!
You coerced the document.
Consider
I'm
yourself in
asking you.
contempt.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth! Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You weep for Santiago and you curse the Marines. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know, that Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved lives, and my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use these words as the backbone of a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide, and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon and stand a post. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Did you order the code red?
I did the job.
Did you order the code red?
You're goddamn right I did!